Ayon sa kasaysayan na sinulat ng mga Edith Aquino followers, si Ninoy Aquino ay nagpunta sa Amerika noong 1980 para sa heart bypass. Pagkatapos, tinanggap siya sa Harvard University noong 1980 or 1981 upang maging isang tagasaliksik o research fellow. Dahil ako ay historian, ninais kong alamin kung ano ang ginawa ni Ninoy sa Harvard upang malaman kung ano talaga ang ginawa niya sa Harvard. Sinadya namin ang Center for International Affairs, CFIA, na ngayon ay Weatherhead Center for International Affairs, ang grupo na tumanggap kay Ninoy na maging research fellow sa Harvard. Hinanap din namin ang Harvard Institute for International Development upang alamin ang ginawa ni Ninoy doon. So nagtanong-tanong ako at hinagilap namin ang mga taong pumapaligid kay Ninoy sa Harvard noong mga panahon na yon. 3 tanong ang binigay ko sa kanila. Number 1, whose initiative was it that enabled Mr. Aquino to become a fellow at Harvard? Sino ang pasimuno ng pagpunta ni Mr. Aquino sa Harvard? Number 2, what was the name of the administrator of Harvard Institute for International Development, HIID, during that time, who gave the permission for Mr. Aquino to lecture at Harvard? Sino ang administrator ng HIID na tumanggap kay Mr. Aquino? And number 3, what was the reason for Mr. Aquino becoming a fellow at Harvard? Ano ang dahilan kung bakit nagsaliksik si Mr. Aquino? Sinabi ko rin sa kanila na nais naming malaman kung ano ang ginawa ni Mr. Aquino sa United States noong early 1980s. Una ako nag-email kay Derek Bock, former president of Harvard University. Ang sagot sa akin, I am sorry but I had nothing to do with Mr. Aquino's visit and thus cannot answer your questions. I regret not to be able to be of help. Next, na-email ko si Peter Timmer, ngayon ay non-resident fellow at the Center for Global Development. Nagretiro siya as the Thomas D. Cabot Professor of Development Studies, Emeritus, at Harvard University. Ang sagot ni Dr. Timmer sa akin, I don't think I will be able to help you very much. I was a professor at the Harvard Business School when Benigno Aquino was appointed as a visiting fellow at the Center for International Affairs. I was aware of his presence on campus. He was a quote-unquote big name, but I never met him or his wife. The Harvard Development Advisory Service, later HIID, was not involved in Mr. Aquino's appointment at Harvard. I can only speculate on why Mr. Aquino wanted to be a visiting fellow at Harvard. It's a nice community with lots of smart students. I can imagine he felt threatened in the Philippines, unquote. Tapos nag-email din ako kay John Thomas, PhD from Harvard University, at advisor to the governments of Kenya, the Philippines, and Bangladesh, who works on land reform and poverty alleviation, organizational capacity, and policy change strategies. Ang sagot sa akin ni Dr. Thomas, quote, CFIA fellows were encouraged to attend courses and to pursue their own research. Each was expected to present their research findings to the other fellows and interested faculty in the spring term. I believe that at the end of Ninoy's year, it was considered unsafe for him to return home, so his appointment was extended a year. It was sometime in the latter half of that second year that he decided to return, with great courage and against the advice of his friends. Kaya naghanap din kami ng mga libro upang alaman kung anong talaga ang ginawa ni Ninoy sa Harvard. Ayon kay Amy Blitz sa librong The Contested State, American Foreign Policy and Regime Change in the Philippines, published in 2000, and I quote, Aquino's many friends lobbied to secure him a fellowship at Harvard, page 137. Ayon kay Howard Wiardia sa librong Adventures in Research, volume 3, A Global Traveler, and I quote, during 1980 to 1981, Ninoy and I had shared an office at Harvard. As a fellow resident supposedly studying and writing, in our year together, I never saw him read or write anything. Page 39. Ayon kay Jose Alendrino sa librong The Journal of an Unknown Night, published in 2009, and I quote, Ninoy was forced to come home because Harvard didn't renew his fellowship. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, submitted a report to Michael Dukakis, the governor of Massachusetts, that Ninoy was organizing communist cells in Boston. Dukakis passed the report to Harvard, and Ninoy's fellowship was terminated, page 65. Ayon sa website na www.ninoyaquino.ph, and I quote, he continued to work on 2 books and gave a series of lectures while on fellowship grants from Harvard University and Massachusetts Institute of Technology, unquote. Kaya ang tanong, bakit pinagpipilitan nila ang Harvard kay Ninoy? Wala namang ginawa yung tao sa Harvard. Para bang nag-enroll ka sa Ateneo, sa UP, sa Lasal, umupo ka lang doon at wala kang ginawa, tapos sasabihin mo sa mga tao, nag-aral ka sa Ateneo, sa UP, at sa Lasal. Anak ng tinapang, tinolang, tortang talong na togi. Umapak lang sa Harvard, Harvard, ek-ek na agad. Sinisisi nila si Bongbong Marcos, kasi di raw nagtapos sa Wharton School of Business, University of Pennsylvania. Pero pagdating kay Ninoy, Harvard sila ng Harvard kahit walang ginawa sa Harvard si Ninoy. At sinipa siya doon dahil sa pagkalat niya ng komunista sa Boston. Sa mga Idiot Aquino followers, tuloy niyo lang ang celebration ninyo sa August 21. At nandito kami, pagtatawanan namin ng kamangmangan ninyo na isinusulat at recorded sa kasaysayan ng Pilipinas. At karagdagang tanong para sa mga susunod na mga video, sino ang mga nakapag-aral sa Harvard upang lakarin o gapangin ang fellowship ek-ek ni Ninoy? Sa susunod na video, alamin natin kung sino-sino ang mga tao nagplano ng pagtanggal kay Ferdinand Marcos noong 1986.